49C, listening.
W8WKY.
This is KE8VZA. I am going to be the pre-show net control station for the Beacon Net pre-show at the bottom of the hour. I'm just going to put a plea out there to anyone who would like to get on the log before the bottom of the hour we still have a handful of minutes before then. It's 22 after now. So if you would like to get an early spot way up in the front row where you have to crane your neck back to look up at the screen, figuratively speaking, please call now.
Alpha India 5 Quebec AI 5Q. Wimble Mobile.
All right, I copied AI 5Q, got you on the list here, Jairus, and the last station, all I heard, I think, was mobile. If you could give it another try, please.
Romeo Bravo Golf, KC5RBG.
Copy KC5RBG, real big guns. I thought that voice sounded familiar there, Shannon. I got you on the list here as mobile.
Yeah, go ahead and down for being, I'll hang around for the net, but probably for the pre-net show there, so go ahead and just mark me down as starts, I'll be there. KC5RBG.
KC5RBG, KE8VZA. Got you on the list, Shannon. I copied most of your transmission that you will join us around net time. So all good, all good. Thanks for coming back. We'll talk to you then. We'll clear with K5RBG. I am KE8VZA, and I see a few people on the blue screen. We'll see if we can get them on the log here. And in the meantime, anybody else, if you really want to get in before the pre-show, now's your chance.
KE8QKO.
KE8QKO, KE8VZA. How you doing there, Nick, at night?
I'm doing fine, sir. I'm doing fine. Hey, I just want to kind of mention that I'm gonna skip the not the net. I'm gonna skip the roll call, and I'll be back at 10 p.m. for the start of the net as I get some last minute stuff done up here around the house. So anyway, with that, I'll pass it back to you. KE8QKO.
Roger, there, Nick, at night. We'll consider this your roll call check-in, and you're sounding okay there. We'll see you at the top of the hour. Thanks for letting me know. Got you on the list. KE8VZA. Anybody that wants to get an early check-in, I'm listening.
Whiskey 8 kilowatt Foxtrot Whiskey.
I copy Whiskey 8 kilowatt Foxtrot Whiskey. Carl, got you on the list there. Thanks for checking in. Anyone else?
Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Foxtrot Tango.
KE8QFT, KE8VZA. Got you there, Fred. Got you on the list. Thanks.
W8WKY.
Through the blue screen, I have 2 stations that requested to be in and out, and I let them know via the blue screen, but in case you're not looking at it, that's okay. WB4 AIZ, Chuck from Florida, got you in and out. Thanks, Chuck, 73. And Tom KA8MNT, got you in and out as well, Tom. Thanks, 73. Anyone else? We still have about a minute here. If you'd like to get in before the crowd, please call now.
Kilo Ecto 8, Uniform India Charlie. I just wanted to check in and out.
KE8UIC, got you on the list here, Howard, as in and out. Thanks for checking in, 73. All right, everybody stand by for our announcer.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is, lovely as ever. QST, QST, this is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha with the Beacon Net pre-show. My personal is Eric, Echo Romeo India Charlie. And the Beacon Net and the Beacon Net pre-show are on the W8WKY Peter with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association in Doylestown, Ohio. The frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. I will be taking check-ins shortly. I did get some from the blue screen and a few from RF right before the pre-show. But first we're going to go down and do our notorious Mickey Mouse roll call and check in with our net control team, make sure everybody is operating satisfactorily. So first on the list is our net control station who already checked in and will be joining us at the top of the hour. So KE8QKO, thank you. Nick at night, he's already been communicated with and sounding good. After that is Dustin, KD8EPC. Are you out there tonight, Dustin, Mr. No Responsibilities Whatsoever? And if so, are you going to hang around for the net?
KE8VZA and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening, Eric. We watched the Browns lose and disappoint us all today, but we're going to stick around and stay for the big show, so we'll be here. With that, this is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
All right, Dustin, very good. You're sounding good tonight. Good to hear you. And yes, it was sad to see the Browns lose. I was on the phone for most of the ball game, so I kind of was eyeballing it as we went along there, and I saw defense make some good moves, and I don't know, it just didn't quite seem together, but again, I didn't really intensely watch it, but maybe some other people will weigh in on there with what they saw. Thanks, Justin. We'll clear with KD8EPC, and we'll go on down and see if Just Nick might be around. KD8SLG. Are you out there, Nick? And are you going to hang around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric and all the Beacon netizens. Yes, sir, I am here. I'll be sticking around. Thanks, Eric.
All right, just Nick, Mr. Vice President, sound all refreshed after a trip to Camp David. So we'll clear with KD8SLG. Good to hear you. Good to hear you're going to be hanging around. And we'll go on down and we'll see if Josh is with us and maybe if he's hanging around. W8HRF.
All right. Yeah. Hi, Eric. KE8VZA, W8HRF. We are in the mobile on our way home here. We went up and visited my grandfather and my mom and brother today, so we're on our way back. Not going to be sticking around tonight, but appreciate you giving us a call, and hopefully the night goes well. Yeah, so went and visited him today, so appreciate prayers for him. He's having a rough time. He's turning 92 this month, so he's been having all the bad last couple of weeks. So, anyways, I'm going to turn it over to KE8YUK. Go ahead, Lucy.
Hi, everybody. KE8YUK here on Echolink. Hope everybody's doing well. The weather's been really, really beautiful, brisk, beautiful, and yeah, I've just been tagging along for all the stuff we've done this weekend. Kind of looking forward to a quiet day tomorrow, which means something's going to come along to make it not a quiet day. I'm sure of it, but it'll be fine. And I'm not sticking around either. I am exhausted. Want to go to sleep. And hopefully this week will go well for everybody. So have a great night, everybody. Good luck to the Browns. Better luck than tonight. And yeah, we'll catch you down the line. KE8YUK and W8HRF. We'll be clear. God bless. Back to you, Eric.
All right, Josh and Lucy. Well, I'm glad you got to see your grandfather, and sorry to hear he's not doing so well, but it's good that you got to see him. We will definitely include him in prayers, and I hope that he is and remains comfortable and in good spirits. So we'll clear with W8HRF and KE8YUK, who will be in and out tonight. Thanks for checking in with us. Appreciate it. And have a good evening going forward. And we'll go on down. Next on our list, he's probably still on the AA net, is KI5DAY. Are you out there yet, Alan? Okay, hearing nothing, have no fear. Alan will join us in a bit. So I'll read you off who I have, but first I just want to re-identify. This is the BeaconNet pre-show on the W8WKY repeater with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390 is the frequency with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. This is a controlled pre-net. I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly, and urgent or emergency traffic, please break in at any time. And with that said, I will read off who I have, and then we'll take some more check-ins. We got AI5Q Jarrus, KC5RBG Shannon. I slotted Ray, K5CFY in the customary 10th position there. WB4AIZ Chuck, who checked in and out via the blue screen. W8KFW Carl. KA8MNT Tom, who checked in and out via the blue screen. KE8QFT Fred. KE8UIC, who checked in and out tonight. KE8YUG Josh and the new QTH. KE8ZZR Harry. And also in and out via the blue screen is KF8ANS Marie. All right, there you have the list so far. Anybody else who would like to get on the list, please call now.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. No traffic. God bless all.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Tango, Steve Valeria, in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo November Foxtrot, Mike in Cleveland, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 5, November, Charlie, Papa, Tom in Kempland, New Mexico.
All right, we'll pick it up there. All right, we added 4 to the list. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo Phil, thanks for checking in. Got you on the list as in and out with no traffic. 73 there, Phil. Appreciate the check-in. And also KF8ANT Steve, who also checked in and out. Thanks, Steve. 73. And after that, we had KF8BNF Michael and KE5NCP Tom. Anyone else that would like to get on the list, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, KC8LYG, Rick in Massillon. Alpha Delta 8, India, Martin Wellington, no traffic.
All right, we'll pick it up there. I copied, where did I leave off here? KC8LYG Rick and AD8IO Mark. And Mark, I've got you on the list as in and out with no traffic. Okay, let's start to work this list. We'll start up here. Where do we go? Jairus, AI5Q. How you doing tonight, Jairus? And are you going to be hanging around for the net?
AI5Q here. Yeah, I'll be hanging around for the net, but probably not for the answers to the trivia. So I'll get in and get out and get gone. So that's the plan. AI5Q back to net control. And I'm doing good, by the way.
Good, good. I got you on the list here, Jairus, as sticking around. We'll clear with AI5Q, thanks. This is KE8VZA. We're going to go on down to our next station here. Oh, wait. He told us he'll join us at the top of the hour, KC5RBG. So we will go down to Ray to see if he's done with the other net. K5CFY, are you out there yet, Ray, and are you going to stick around for the net? Okay, no Ray yet. He'll be here. Next on the list, we have Whiskey 8 Kilo Foxtrot Whiskey. Carl, how you doing tonight, Carl? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
No, you could put me in and out. Right now, I'm having a lot of fun on FT8. 20 meters is wide open. I just got done making contact to Australia.
Well, I'm on the side listening. But yeah, I'll be in and out. W8KFW.
Okay, Carl, no problem. Good luck with the 20 meters. I hope you make some good contacts there. We'll mark you in and out, and we'll clear with W8KFW 73. And we'll go on down to, let's see, KA8MNT, if I didn't mention, had checked in and out via the blue screen. I think I said that. Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Oh, yeah. First, verify, can you hear me? Am I sounding all right?
Roger, roger there, Fred. You actually sound pretty good.
Okay, Eric. Yeah, I had a little trouble here lately. I moved the radios and, got them out of the bedroom because my wife likes to take naps when I like to play on the radio. And it doesn't work out, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I got most of it squared away up. Not only did the Browns lose today, but the Guardians did also. And the Guardians are threatening to make what was a runaway into a real race here, you know. And they don't need to do that. Just, go ahead and start clubbing people again, and, we don't need any tight, exciting pennant races, We need to blow people away. As far as the Browns home, I don't know what to say. It's just offense, defense, special teams, the way they got off the bus, everything else. K8QFT back to net control.
All right, Fred. Yeah, it sounds like you may have interrupted the zen of your radios there. But actually tonight you're sounding really good. And yeah, the Browns, I peeked at the Guardians score earlier in the day and I saw they were behind, and I had my fingers crossed. And the Browns, like I said earlier, I was kind of in and out on the game, but wasn't really thrilled with what I saw. There was some couple good defensive plays, but yeah, I really liked watching Joe Flacco play last season. Did I say that out loud? Anyway, we'll clear with KE8QFT, and we'll go on. See, Howard checked in, KE8UIC, in and out. And next on the list is Josh, KE8YUG. How you doing tonight, Josh? How's things shaking at the new QFT?
KE8VZA, this is KE8YUG. Hello, Eric. Good to hear you. Good to talk to you. Yeah, doing great over here. Doing good. Getting ready for work tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be sticking around. And yeah, thanks for adding Marie there in and out. She says hello. But I'll be sticking around. I'll send it back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
Very good, Josh. Your antenna is working very well for you tonight, so good to hear you. And no problem. Got Marie on the list, in and out. And good. Glad to hear things are going well at the new QTH. So we'll clear with KE8YUG for now, and we'll go on down and touch base with Harry, KE8ZZR. How you doing, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
W8WKY.
Hey, good evening, Eric. This is KE8ZZR. And yes, I'll be sticking around for the big show, so I'll turn it back to you.
I'm JB. Man, tell us a short time.
All right, Harry, very good. Glad to hear you're sticking around. I got you on the list, and also copied AF5JB Matt in Tulsa, short time. So we're going to go ahead and jump down to Matt. How you doing, Matt? And do you have some comments that you'd like to share with the net? If so, go ahead and share them now.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Good evening to you and everybody else out there on the net. And I had a good weekend. One time I saw a friend of mine. The other friend of mine was out of town doing something, but still got to see one of them anyway. Got back to Tulsa, and he played the boys. He played the boys watched Batman for a little bit, and kind of hung around there for a little bit. I went home and played some more arcades at my house, and then they kind of hung around the house a little bit, and they had me a beer and went to bed, and all that, and got my laundry done and everything, and been doing very well. Starting to cool off a little bit now. Supposed to warm up though next week, but not near as bad. And got a birthday coming up next Saturday on the 14th. I'll be 45, and that's hard to believe. Other than that, that's all I got. I'll jump in for a little bit and say hi to you guys. It's been a safe week, and good night as well. I'll catch y'all next time. Thank you very much for having me, and 73. And this is AF5JB, Matt, in City of Tulsa, Oklahoma. The battery's in control. Thanks again. 73.
Well, hey, thanks for checking in there, Matt. Good to hear you on this net here each time. And sounds like you had another full weekend. Glad you got to see your friend, and definitely got to squeeze some Pac-Man in. I like that. Laundry. I did a ton of laundry this weekend. So I'm all set for the week, and I hope you have a good week going forward. And 73, Matt, we'll talk to you down the log here. Anyway, let's see, where did we leave off? Last was Harry, and then KFA ANS Marie was in and out, as was WV3K Philip, and KFA ANT Steve. So that takes us down to KFA BNF Michael. How you doing, Michael? In the I don't know, 5 or 6 hours that passed since I last spoke to you?
I'm doing well, Eric. Thank you very much. It's been a great day. 40 meters is propagating really well too. I was on a 40-meter net, and we were getting interference from probably a shortwave station in China. So the low bands are definitely working well tonight. And also, I passed extra yesterday, and I'm really excited. KF8 BNF back tonight.
Michael, that is awesome. KF8 BNF, I think it's Stroke Alpha Echo. So a new extra, very good. I need to do the same sometime soon. Good to hear the bands are open and working well in your favor, and it's good to hear you tonight. One thing I forgot to ask, are you going to stick around for the main net tonight at 10?
Yep, that's my plan.
right, good deal, Michael. We will touch base with you then. So we'll clear with KF8 BNF stroke Alpha Echo for now, and we'll go down to Tom, KE5NCP. I believe you said you were in New Mexico. How you doing, Tom? And are you going to stick around for our main net at 10 o'clock Eastern?
Well, thanks for picking us up there. And, yeah, this is one of the first opportunities we've had in the last month and a half to have enough Internet service to get on Echolink. So, anyway, we're here in Chaplin, New Mexico tonight. One night stopover. We were in South Colorado for the last month, and we're headed back to Oklahoma and our QTH here in Sand Springs, Oklahoma. But we're going to stop over tomorrow night in Fort Supply at the lake there and spend a couple of nights there. So anyway, it's been nice to hear everybody in here tonight and enjoy being able to get on the net for a change. Almost forgot how to use my call sign. It's been so long since I've been on ham radio. It's almost 2 months since we've been able to use our call sign. So what can you say? But anyway, on Echolink here, you guys are sounding good tonight, so we thought we'd take the opportunity to get in here and check in and all that. Anyway, we will be one and done. We're not going to stick around for the rest of the net. Time to get to bed here in a little bit and get up in the morning and get back on the road. So got to get the old motor on, moving on down the road. But everything's been going good, and we've had a really great time in the last 2 months. So you guys take it easy, and hello to everybody, and we'll say 73 and catch you all later. KE5 NCP, back to net.
KE8BZA returning. Very good, Tom. Well, it's good to hear that you have had a very good road trip thus far, and I hope things continue to go smoothly for you on your trip back to the QTH. And thanks for taking time to check in with us tonight, and you're welcome to check back in with us at any time. We have this net at 10 p.m. Eastern on Sunday nights as well as Wednesday nights, with check-in starting at 9:30 Eastern. So come on back when you can spend a little time. And again, 73. Next, we'll go on down to, we're clear with KE5NCP, and we'll go on down to Rick, KC8LYG. I think we may have spoken at some point, maybe a year ago, on one of the other nets. Perhaps your call sign looks familiar, as does your name. How you doing, Rick? And are you going to stick around for the main net at 10?
Good evening, everyone. This is KC8LYG. Well, that's the plan. I'm going to try to. Hopefully I don't nod off here or fall asleep. I'm kind of scrolling around the bands, checking things out, kind of listening to multiple different things here. But yes, I will hang out. With that, I'll give it back to Net Control. Good hearing tonight. I'll say 73s for now. Back to Net Control. This is KC8LYG.
W8WKY.
Very good, Rick. Got you on the list. Good to hear you tonight. And good luck on the other bands there. We'll clear with KC8LYG for now. And next on the list was AD8IO, Mark, who was in and out, 73 Mark. And after that, another Mark, KC8FQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
All right. Yeah, KC8FQV. Yep, I'm going to stay around for the big show. Yeah, I didn't get over to Finley today. I didn't do this weekend again. Of course, yesterday would have been Cedar Point. I was going to do that, and that would be a way I would do the Finley deal, because that would be halfway. Going from there over, but I didn't. So there's another year. But you know what? I think there's Facebook and YouTube. You can try and look there and see a lot of different things. Why someone put some things up online? You know, that's the thing with this internet stuff. You can do a lot of research on stuff right from home now these days, or anywhere you've got internet connection. That sounds good, and I sound good. I'm coming through Newberry. I thank Andy and the W8 OKE group up there. The KSFQB, back to net.
Very good, Mark. Well, hey, you're coming in with a pretty good signal through that W8 OKE. That repeater's working well for you tonight. Good to hear you. Got you on the log as sticking around. We'll clear with KC8FQB. I am KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show. Next on the list is, I picked up from the blue screen, KC3SEG. Greg, have you managed to get to that new grid square yet? And how are you doing, Greg? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
This is KC3SEG. And if you mean the new grid down Panama City Beach, I'll be leaving Baltimore Friday. When I check in next Monday or next Sunday on the BeaconNet here, I will be in Panama City Beach next Sunday night. So I got a big week coming up here, Nick. I'll turn it back over to you. Good evening, everyone else. KC3SEG. Back to that.
All right, very good, Greg. Hope everything goes smoothly for you with the transition there. And you got cut off a little bit at the beginning, and I'm wondering if you mentioned whether or not you're going to stick around for the main net.
Yeah, Nick, I'll be sticking around for the net. I hope you copied this time. I should keep... Oh, that might be my problem there. I'm sticking around.
All right there, Greg. Thanks for coming back. I got you sticking around, and I'm not good looking enough to hear at his radio, KE8QKO. How you doing tonight, Nick, and are you ready to go?
K8QKO, yes, sir. I'm Tim here, and I'm standing by, and apparently I'm in Orville now. Who would have thunk it? Anyway, thanks for doing a fine business on the pre-show there, Eric. I always appreciate it. And let's get going with this. Good evening, and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is K8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. And I will be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would let you check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Net control. This is Kilo India 5 Romeo Foxtrot India KI 5 RFI Mac in Springdale.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu, India, November, KE8, ZIN, Joe in Willowick, Ohio.
All right, that was pretty orderly. I got KI5 RFI Mac, and I have KE8 ZIN Joe. Thank you, both of you, for checking in with us this evening. I also do have a mobile station that's not in and out. That's a KC5 RBG that I'll get to Shannon. Actually, I'll go to Shannon now. We know his trivia answers well before we have to read the question. That'll give some time for Alan to get in here. So, KC5, Real Big Guns. How you doing, Shannon? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hello there, Nick and Knight, KC5RBG, and gosh, had a great weekend. Just now dropped off Kenyon, and I got us these little walkie-talkies that it's those nationwide ones. They take a little SIM card, and there wasn't much data on the SIM cards that I got us. But they do work in 72 different countries, so it'll be interesting to see how long the data lasts us. That'll be quite interesting. But so far, so good, and been having a good time with them. We went to this Discovery Lab today over at the Gathering Place, and he had a ball there. It just, he got a lot of energy out. Plus, one of his classmates was there from school, so that was kind of fun for him too, because he wasn't just stuck with his old fuddy-duddy grandpa. He got to run around and go full speed with his friends, so that was always good. And yes, you know my answers already. And other than that, just had a wonderful weekend. Weather's been great, too. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back in net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Sounds like you had a pretty good time this weekend with Kenya. That sounds fantastic. And as always, we always get your answers down to the great state of Oklahoma. Anyway, thank you for checking in with us. We look forward to talking to you again in the future. I'm looking at the blue screen. I don't see Alan in there yet. So let's go up and get our main trivia answer or question read for us, and we'll talk to K8VZA. Eric, take it away.
W8WKY.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. Here we go. The radio transmitters on Voyager 1 and 2 space probes have an output of how many watts? Your possibilities are Alpha, 23, Bravo, 68, Charlie, 150, or Delta, 203. I'll take a break for time and come right back and read it a second time. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. The radio transmitters on the Voyager 1 and 2 space probes have an output of how many watts? Your choices are Alpha, 23, Bravo, 68, Charlie, 150, or Delta, 203. And just a footnote, Voyager 1 and 2 are very, very close, if not identical designs. So, KE8VZA back to net control.
All right. thank you, Eric. We appreciate that. I got my answer written down. I don't think I'll change it, but we'll see. And, yeah, thanks for the answer to the question there. I still do not see Alan on the blue screen. No, he always shows up on the blue screen before he starts talking, so I don't see him there. He's not available yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and talk to our people checked in here. And we're going to get their answers for the primary, though the first one here, we already have his answer for the primary, and that's Jarrett. His answer is going to be Alpha. And he'll give us his answer in the blue screen when Alan reads his question. We can see how Jarrett is doing tonight. Go down and talk to AI5Q. Jarrett, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Well, good evening, Nick and Night. AI5Q here, and I'll go with Alpha for the main trivia like I put in the blue screen. I try and answer them just as soon as I hear them so that nobody thinks I'm Googling anything because I don't have time to. So as soon as I hear the question, I pick one of the 4 answers and go for it. But not quite sure what to pick for the alternate trivia. It kind of depends. Delta's probably going to be a Cornwaldo bean thing, but I like to try and answer it as my brain sees fit, and Cornwaldo bean doesn't seem fit in my brain to do much of anything other than feed Larry the rubber chicken. So anyway, just having a great weekend weather-wise. Got a lot in the yard work department done. Got a lot of outdoor time with the kids, and looking forward to the next weekend when we got a couple of camping trips coming up and some other things going on. So I'll wait for Alan to pop in, and then I'll provide my alternate trivia answer, but it's probably not going to be Delta. Just saying. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Jarrett. We have your answer down as Alpha for the primary. We'll wait for Alan to get your alternate. And yeah, it was a beautiful weekend here too. I mean, it was like the 60s. It was gorgeous. It's nice and cool, not hot. It's fantastic. Next weekend is going to be in the 80s, so I'm not looking forward to that. Hopefully that's the last hoorah of hot weather here in the state of Ohio. But anyway, thanks for checking with us, Sir Jarrett. Always appreciate it. And like I said, we had KC5RBG we already talked to. That takes us down to K5CFY. Ray, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
KE8QKO and that. This is K5CFY. Good evening, Nick at night there. Good to hear you on there. You're doing a wonderful job. Say hi to Eric there on the keyboard. Also is doing a wonderful job. Let's see. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. I was talking to Alan earlier, and I read his mind, although there wasn't much to work with. But I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. And good to see everybody on the net here tonight, and hope everybody's doing well. And with that, we'll say 73, and give it back to you there, Nick. K5CFY.
All right, thank you, Ray. Yeah, I'm not sure how you can read Alan's mind. You gotta get that moppy furlough he calls hair. It's like a natural jungle you have to wade through to read that mind. Anyway, thank you, sir. Got your answers down for Bravo and Bravo. Our next 3 stations here are in and out. That's WB4AIZ, W8KFW, and K8MNT. That takes us down to K8QFT. Uncle Fred, how you doing, sir? And what do you have on the beacon? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Boy, you rode around rather quick tonight. I was sitting here watching Detroit and the Rams. And, oh, boy, I don't know what the alternate trivia is yet, of course, but in the main, I'm just going to say C. Why? Because I've got no idea. Yeah. did some good HF in the last couple of days. Texas, Virginia, Vermont, Connecticut, Louisville, Kentucky. I've been having a good time with it. Yeah, watched the Browns today. As I pointed out earlier, you know, I've been watching football a long time. I didn't play in high school. I've been watching this for years. I don't know why the quarterback would hand off to the running back, and the running back would run in front of the quarterback. It's like, you know, the quarterback got in his way. You know, usually like they'll flip on the ball or they'll turn around and the running back will go behind the quarterback. I never saw him run between the quarterback and the line of scrimmage. I mean, there's just not much room there. But, yeah, I don't know. Other than no offense, no defense, no special teams, they played pretty good today, huh? Well, that's about it for now. Hate to see the hot weather go, to tell you the truth. I'm one of the few who kind of enjoy it. Spent 7 years in Arizona. In any event, KE8QFT, I'll go back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Fred. Got your answer for the main question down as Charlie. Yeah, I guess the Browns are doing what they're doing. I don't really watch them all that much. I don't really watch the sports ball much at all. I'll tell you the weather, though. I'm not a fan of hot weather because I sweat. I sweat a lot. And I sweat when I eat. I look at something spicy and I start sweating. I mean, I enjoy eating it still, but, you know, it's just how I am. It's how I've always been. So I prefer cooler weather when I don't sweat as much. And we are encroaching on hoodie season, which is my favorite season of the year. I don't have to wear anything heavy like a winter coat. I can just wear a hoodie and stay comfortable and happy. And I have extra pockets for all the stuff that I want to carry. It just makes me happy. I love hoodie season, and we're getting there. Anyway, next station here was In and Out, and that's KE8UIC. And let's see, I don't see Alan yet. Wow, it's a late night thing. So next we're going to talk to KE8YUG, Josh. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Nick. And it's good to talk to you and good hearing you. I'll start with the main trivia there. I'm gonna go A Alpha. So I'll go A Alpha for the main trivia. And yeah, good weekend. Yeah, we got a lot of boxes unpacked and emptied out, which is good. It's good to see a lot of empty boxes stacking up, and that means we're getting through the stuff there, putting things all over. That's the fun stuff. Now we can actually kind of play house and put different things up. But yeah, the antennas are working nicely, and I got some improvements I'll be making as time goes on. But for what we have up there now, very happy, and yeah, it gets me in all the repeaters and stuff like that. But other than that, just getting ready. Gotta go back to work tomorrow, and that should be good though. Been a nice chunk of time off, got a lot done, and happy that we made it here safely, and everything's getting put together. But I'll say 73 and send it back to net. Everybody have a good night. KE8YUG back to net.
All right, that's good to hear, Josh. Glad your house is getting set up and everything organized there. And thanks for checking in with us. We always appreciate it. All right, I got kind of mixed up with the late alternate arrival that isn't here yet, and I forgot to identify. So I need to do that real quick. This is KE8QKO and the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PO tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station we want to talk to is where am I looking here? It's going to be KE8ZZ, Yeah, KZZR, Harry. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net. Like everybody said, enjoying this weather. It's been a great couple of days. I can do without the humidity. Like Nick said, I'll take this weather all the time. So I went to a church picnic this afternoon and played around in HF. I set my my Wolf River antenna up in the backyard, so I was messing around on 20 meters a little bit, made some contacts out in Vermont and Missouri, Texas, Oklahoma. So I did pretty good. And other than that, that's about it. Getting ready to go camping this week, heading down to Shawnee State Forest in southern Ohio. It's about the farthest south you can go in Ohio, so we'll be down there through Sunday. And other than that, I'll turn it back to Net Control. This is KE8ZZR. Oh, yeah, and by the way, trivia. I will go with B. B as in boy.
All right, thank you, Harry. We have your trivia answer down to Bravo, and have fun on the camping trip. Sounds like it'll be a good time. Our next three stations here are in and out. That's going to be KF8ANS, WV3K, and KF8ANT. Next, we have KF8BNF. Michael, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KF8BNF here. I've put up a new antenna last weekend for HF, a fan dipole. It's got 40 and 20 meter elements, and it's working real well. Was working a bunch of states earlier today on 20, 40, and I'm having a really good time. And also, I passed extra yesterday, so I don't have to worry about whether I'm in the general portion of the band anymore, which has been really freeing. It's not that hard. I use ham radio prep, and it worked really well for me. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Bravo, November Foxtrot, back from that.
All right, congratulations, Michael, on getting your amateur extra there. And, yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear. Sounds like it'd be a lot easier to play around, not have to worry about your bands as much and your frequencies. So, yeah, congratulations. Our next station is KE5 NCP, Tom, who is in and out, and that takes us down to KC8 LYG. Rick, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good, and good evening to everyone out there. This is KC8 LYG, Rick in Maslin. I'm doing pretty good. I think trivia question, I'm just using my brain here and thinking logic, and Voyager went up in the 70s, and I know batteries kind of stunk back then. Even NASA batteries probably weren't that good, but I'm thinking the lowest possible power would probably be answer is alpha. And other than that, I've just been hanging out, enjoying the cooler weather. Added another log page to my QRZ on 10 meters today. Got Switzerland, Netherlands, England, and Argentina, all kinds of them. It was 10 meters has been doing good last few days. But with that, I will give it back to Net Control and say 73s, everyone. This is KC8LYG.
All right, thank you for checking in with us there, Rick. Always good to have you. And, yeah, it sounds like you had a good time on HF, and congratulations on the contacts. We're going to go back up and talk to KF8BNF Michael. I think we missed his trivia answer. He might have given it to us, and maybe we missed it. We didn't catch it, but either way, see if he can give it to us again. Michael, if you're out there, can you give us your trivia answer, please?
Absolutely. KF8BNF here. I totally forgot A Alpha. Back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. We have your answer down as A Alpha. I just saw something show up on the blue screen. That's going to be KI5DAY Allen. So, he's probably typing, but we're going to go to him anyway. KI5DAY KEAQKO. Do you have the alternate trivia question tonight, sir?
KI5DAY. Hey, Mr. Nick. Yeah, I do. Sorry, man. It was just long net tonight over on the American Airlines Amateur Radio Club net. We had some business to discuss, and slapped everybody around and got them all back in shape, and now they all have sword dolls. So, yeah, I am here, and I'm posting in the screen as we speak. Did you copy me, Nick?
I did not copy you at all, Alan.
Sorry about that. I just said that I just got over here. We had a late meeting, so I just put the alt trivia in the screen there. You want me to go ahead and read it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All I heard was that you had the late meeting and you had to slide people around. I missed the question about reading it. Go ahead and read your trivia question.
Real quick, I just switched over to RF. Is this a better communication?
It's about the same, but a bit louder, so go with that one.
Alrighty, I'll speak up a little bit too. This is KI5DAY. Good evening, everybody. Along with Larry, the rubber chicken. So yeah, tonight we got an alternate trivia question for you. Oh my goodness, this is completely insane. So hang on to your hats and get ready. Here it comes. Alright, here's tonight's alternate trivia question. The British Secret Intelligence Service managed to hack into an Al-Qaeda website, and they replaced a certain bomb-making instructions with which one of the following bits of information? Let me reread the question. The British Secret Intelligence Service managed to hack into an Al-Qaeda website and replace certain bomb-making instructions with which of the following? Is it A, the history of the endangered pine martens of the UK, which is a weasel-like mammal? Was it B, video links to episodes of the popular British comedy Mr. Bean? Or was it C, cupcake recipes? Or D, the biography of the great Windsor Cornwallis beans? It's kind of a long question. I'll ask it one more time. Question and answers. Here we go. The British Secret Intelligence Service managed to hack into an Al-Qaeda website, and they replaced certain bomb-making instructions with which one of these following items? Was it A, the history of the endangered pine martens of the UK, which is a weasel-like mammal? Or was it B, video links to episodes of the popular British comedy Mr. Bean? Or C, cupcake recipes? Or D, the biography of the great Windsor Cornwallis beans? KI5DAY. Back to Nick.
All right, that's a fine trivia question, Alan. I'm torn between two of them. I'm going to think about that before I answer. I'm going to write my answers down. I usually do. But, yeah, good questions. And before we go any further, I'm going to identify, this is KEAQKO on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to go up and we're going to talk to, I'm going to go up to KEAVZA and have him reread the primary questions. I like to keep them together. It's kind of my OCD moment there on the net. So, Eric, if you don't mind reading the primary question again, I'd appreciate it.
No problem there. Nick at Night, KE8VZA, returning here with a reread of the main trivia question. The radio transmitters on the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 space probes have an output of how many watts? Your choices are Alpha 23, Bravo 68, Charlie 150, or Delta 203. I'll post this in the blue screen momentarily. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Eric. So here's how it's going to happen. We're going to start running through our already checked-in people to get their alternate answers. We might reach out to another person that had to switch over to short time if they respond, and interrupt that, but we'll see how it goes. And then we'll start going through the rest of our check-ins. So we're going to start with AI5Q. Jairus, would you like to give us the answer for the alternate question?
KE8QKO, AI5Q. I am going to go with Charlie for the alternate trivia question there. Seems like a recipe for a recipe will be a pretty good swap. Flour for saltpeter, and, just makes sense in my mind. Anyway, that's what I've got. I think I'm probably going to turn the radio on low and listen on out in bed. We'll catch you later, and appreciate you running the net. And that's it. Back to net control from AI5Q.
Understood, sir. Get some rest. May have your alternate answer down for Charlie. Next, we're going to go to K8QFT, Uncle Fred, and get his alternate answer. And Fred, take it away.
Charlie, back to you.
Copy that, sir. Got you down for Charlie. Next station was K8YUG. He was in the blue screen earlier, and he left to go to bed. So that's going to take us down to K8ZZR. Harry, what is your answer for the alternate question?
B, Bravo. B is in Bravo for the alternate.
Copy that, sir. We got you down for B, Bravo. Next, we're down to KF8, BNF. Michael, to get his alternate. Michael, take it away.
Put me down for B, Bravo as well. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, copy that, sir. Got you down for Bravo for the alternate. Now we have KC8, LYG. Rick, what is your answer for the alternate question?
Kilo Charlie 8, Lima, Yankee Golf. I'll go with Bravo also. 3-3s.
All right, 73, sir. We got you down for Bravo for your alternate. Did I miss KC8G, Rick? Wait a minute. Why am I confused here? No, we just had Rick as Bravo. K&8, we have K&8 BNF as Bravo. All right, so we're all cleaned up here in the logger. We're going to talk to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Hey, KCFQV here. Well, I am going to say on the first one, it's going to be 23 watts. And on the second one, I just was looking at the thing. It would be whatever it was with cupcakes, I thought. Yeah, cupcakes. It would be, I guess it's C. So I'll say cupcake recipes. So I'll send it back to Net, KCFQV. Yeah, I didn't get Finley again this year. I've been planning to do that for many years, and I said, well, I would do it with going to Sandusky by that way, do it Saturday and then go to Finley Sunday, but didn't do that. So maybe someone got up there, but I venture to say there's stuff on the internet showing Facebook and YouTube of the Finley Ham Fest. So back it comes, KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got your answers down as Alpha and Charlie. Yeah, one of these years you can make it to Finley. Right, I want to identify real quick and get it back in my regular rotation here a bit. This is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater. 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And our next station is in and out, that's AF5JB, which takes us down to KC3 SEG. Greg, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
This is KC3SCG. I don't have too much to say. I'm just, next Sunday this time, I will be checking in from Panama City Beach. It will be my new permanent residency. Looking forward to the move and a little bit of a change. I'll be doing a lot of POTA down there. A lot of new parks I haven't hit down that way, so looking forward to doing that. And I guess before I forget, I want to go with Alpha and Bravo for the trivia, Alpha Bravo. And that's about it for me. 73 to everyone. Have a great evening. And KC3SCG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Greg. I think I heard you say Alpha and Bravo. My NetLogger will write it down if I miss it. I get it wrong. I'm pretty sure he's good at that. But anyway, have fun down in Florida. You'll be Florida Man now. We'll call you Florida Man Greg. Maybe that'll be your new preferred nickname for us. Haha. Anyway, good luck on the move. Drive safe on your way down there, and we look forward to hearing from you next weekend. Next, we have KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Good evening, KI5 RFI here in beautiful northwest Arkansas. We had an absolutely gorgeous day here. The weather was perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better outlook for the weather for the weekend here, and I'm hoping this is a sign of things to come here pretty quick. We may have one more week of it, and then hopefully it'll settle down and be a fall situation here. I'm going to go with the trivia questions. For the main trivia question, I'm going to go with Alpha 23 watts. And for the alternate question, if Larry's rubber chicken has anything to do with it, it probably is going to have something to do with cake. So I'm going to go with Charlie. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down for Alpha and Charlie, and yeah, I'm looking forward to some cooler weather. Yeah, I'd have to camp next weekend. It's going to be like in a high of, I think the light checked is high of 82 and a low of 58, so it's going to have some weird weather. Not really looking forward to that. I'll have to be wearing layers, so, but still sleeping at 58 is still pretty darn nice. So we'll see how that works out for me. Anyway, next we have K8ZIN. Joe, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Well, good evening, everybody. For the questions, I am going to answer Alpha for the first one, and then for the alternate question, my mind was going towards Z with the Cornwaldo bean, but I think that may be against the Geneva Convention. So I am going to go with Charlie, cupcake recipes. I had a good day today. The weather was absolutely great today. I don't know, I can't remember who said it earlier, but yes, hoodie weather is the best weather. So with that, I'll just turn it back to Net. I hope everybody has a good one. 73 all, KE8ZIN.
All right, thank you, Joe. Got your answers down as Alpha and Charlie. And yes, hoodie season marks the almost end of construction season, so that's also something to look forward to. So anyway, thank you, sir. It's good to have you in here. Next we have KO5SIE Aussie, who had to step away. He gave us his trivia answers in the blue screen somewhere. Somewhere up above. Let me see if I can bring them up here, or mention them. Oh, there they are. They're Alpha and Bravo. Sorry, my blue screen went past it. So obviously had to switch the in and out and gave us trivia answers as Alpha and Bravo. That takes us down to KI5 GHQ JD. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Good evening, sir. It's good to be heard on the Bacon Barrel Net here. I just have to get lucky enough to make it in here and hear it going on, and make sure to jump in here and give you guys one for the numbers, sir. And also, I would like to put in for the trivia. The great state of Oklahoma is my answer, sir. And with that, I will return it back to net. Let's pick up a couple more. KF5 HQ.
All right, JD, thank you. It's always a good answer, though I like to say the great state of Oklahoma, because, this is Oklahoma, Ohio net, so why not put them together? Anyway, thank you, sir. It's good to have you in here, and it's good to hear you. Next, we have KI5 TAQ. Taco Tim, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, good evening to everybody on the Bacon Net, or Beacon Net, or whatever net. Oh, the fun that we can brew just with trivia questions. Main trivia question. I think I'm going to go with A. And for the alternate trivia question, well, I think I'm going to go with D, just to have Alan just sit there and laugh, or maybe say one for the Cornwall beans. But yeah, I had a good vacation, a good time out, as well as my wife did. And I know I had everybody guessing on where I was going to be. And for those who is listening in on the Board and Breaker Net on Sunday and hearing me go through, say, an airport or two, yeah, I went through Charlotte, got down to Fort Lauderdale, and boarded a ship off to a private island, and then over to Nassau, Bahamas, and then came back home, all on Disney Cruise Lines. So now that was the good vacation. And I got to save up for next year. So with that said, I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. I guess I thought you were going to China to go to the Bofang factory, but I guess I had the wrong communist on my choice. So anyway, glad you had a good time there, sir. And we have your answers down as Alpha and Delta. This is KEQKO with a WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 3, and I know positive off of that with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And our next station is K6KJV. Kevin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Well, hello, just Nick, or not Nick, I'm sorry. Nick at Night. I was going to call you just Nick at Night. Okay, let me get this straight. This is K6KJV here, and, boy, I tell you, when I come in late, I'm just all messed up. So I'm trying to look at the answers here, or the questions to get the answers. Like, it's going to be different. Oh, man, let's see. Voyager. Isn't that, like, Star Trek? Voyager 1 and 2, yeah, episodes 1 and 2, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, they're in the Delta Quadrant, so I'm going to go with D as in Delta on the main trivia. And then, let's see, I'm going to take and go with D on the alternate trivia, like always. Double D, Delta there, because, you know, the Cornwaldo beans, we got to move them up, bump them up ahead. So other than that, I ain't got much to say. Nothing against y'all, but I'm just kind of blank. But I do have, I'm number 33. Yeah, that's a good number. Oh, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it, and I'll turn the mic back to y'all from K6KJV. God bless in 73.
All right, thank you, Kevin. I believe you're thinking of V'ger. Anyway, we got your answers down as Delta and Delta, double D's. Thanks for checking in with us there, sir, and it's good to hear you. Okay, we're at the bottom of the list here. So anybody that wants to check in at the BeaconNet can say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K, please for a recheck.
Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, Robert Newton.
All right, I had WV3K Phil with a recheck and VK2DUI Robert with a check-in. Let's go up and talk to our recheck WV3K Phil before we get on to Robert. Phil, take it away.
Thank you, Nick. Good night. I'm trying to get my breath here. Anyway, I think that it would be conservative to utilize the lowest power possible, and I know Nick, my buddy Nick, along with EPC, Dustin's going to probably chuckle on this one, but if they don't chuckle, that's okay too, because I don't really care. So there. Anyway, I was thinking possibly, I think potentially it would be more likely to operate on the lowest power possible when you're talking about trying to sustain DC source of energy out in space with and or without solar panels to help adjunctively support that effort. And it would be on a short spurt of data that they would be sending. So it would not utilize batteries like you're working on continuous wave or pulse, wide pulse information like the data streaming. So with that, that'll be for question 1. Question 2, I think that I laughed when I heard the question. I think Cornwaldo bean would be something to throw them off, and they probably might be silly enough to probably go for it. And of course, I might find myself surprised if I hear it's correct. So I'll go with, let's see, the pancake one and the sausage. I don't think that that's the one they're going to go for, but I'll try to go with Bravo on that one, just for rain and giggles. So I'll just go with that one. And with that, Nick, back over to net control. Nice job tonight. Sorry I had to bug back in, but I'm getting ready to knock out, and I got an appointment tomorrow. So anyway, you have a wonderful evening, and everyone have a wonderful net. And God bless the 73s. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, and I am clear.
All right, thank you, Phil. You're always welcome to check in with us and come back to us. I actually appreciate you coming back. It means you're listening, you're intrigued by the trivia questions, and you wanted to give them a stab. So I appreciate that. Have a good night, sir. Sleep well, and good health to you. So with that, let's get on and talk to VK2DY Robert. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Good afternoon. This is Robert, Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee in northwestern Sydney, where it's 25 degrees at 77 Fahrenheit. It's probably all we're going to get today. Another beautiful spring day here. We've just had about a month's worth of spring so far, and Unfortunately, it looks like the forecast said we're going to go back down to cooler temperatures, more normal spring temperatures later this week. But enjoyed the late spring weather in early spring. Anyway, other than that, let's see what else is happening. In less than 4 weeks now, we will be going to daylight savings time, so have to remember all the nets outside of Australia start an hour later because of our time change here, but that's October 6th we set it to. Other than that, all of our major sports teams are playing their finals. We have two types of football here. We have Australian rules and we have rugby league. And depending on where you live, one or the other is more popular. I prefer Australian rules, and I support a team called the Sydney Swans, who did a marvelous job in the first round of the playoffs last Friday, actually, or Saturday. Anyway, it was one of those days. So I'm not a big sports fan, but I do watch the finals and the playoffs for that. So all's good with that. And that's about it, really. We're into the Blossom Festival time as far as things go here. Lots of things in blossom. We had an Orange Blossom Festival last week. The week before we had a Cherry Blossom Festival. I don't know what blossom's coming up this weekend, but I'm sure there's something coming up next weekend as well. So all spring here. And as far as the questions go, let's go with Alpha and Charlie. VK2DY.
All right, thank you, Robert. Got your answers down with Alpha and Charlie. I'll tell you, I do enjoy the conversations about the warm weather when our weather is really cold in the wintertime, and hearing about your summer makes me warm up a little bit inside when I hear about it. So I always appreciate you checking in there. And yeah, thank you very much. Looks like we have another station here that showed up for the blue screen. AB8MO. Andy, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KEQKO and the Beacon Net. This is AB8MO on the ladder line J pole. It's just an extra antenna that I have. I was using my 2-meter quarter wave with the missing magnet in the mag mount. It because I had an extra radio hanging off the ground, so it did have the other half of the antenna, so it was tuned. So it wasn't, the SWR wasn't out of whack or anything, but it's into that now because my mobile antenna broke, about 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know if you have did the trivia questions or not. For whatever reason, the blue screen is screwed up on me, and I only have messages back about 20 minutes, and I'm not seeing anything there, so I don't know. I'll go A for Andy on both of them. I have no idea what they are, and I really don't care what the answers are, and if I get them wrong. Oh, let's see here. Oh, you know what? I see one on, yeah, I'll still stick with A on Allen's. I don't know about the other one. Double A. I was having too much fun on HF today. And let's see. Hey, we're Taiwan on a new band. That was fun. All right, I'm done wasting your time. Back to net. This is AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Good to hear you on there. Glad you have fun at HF. I'll tell you what, though. If the blue screen's messing up for the trivia questions, look to get those reread for us. Let's go up and talk to KE8VZA. Eric, get the primary question read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA back with a reread of the main trivia question. The radio transmitters on the Voyager 1 and 2 space probes have an output of how many watts? Choices are Alpha 23, Bravo 68, Charlie 150, or Delta 203. And Voyager 1 and 2 have very similar, if not exact, design specs. KE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. I should identify real quick. This is KE8QKO, the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And next, we're going to talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate question read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net with Larry, the rubber chicken. Oh yeah, tonight's alternate trivia question is, for those that didn't hear it, wow, it's about British intelligence. The British Secret Intelligence Service managed to hack into an Al-Qaeda website and replace certain bomb-making instructions with which one of these following items? Again, British Secret Intelligence Service managed to hack into an Al-Qaeda website. They replaced certain bomb-making instructions with which one of the following? Was it A, the history of the endangered pine martens of the UK, a weasel-like mammal? Was it B, video links to episodes of the popular British comedy Mr. Bean? Was it C, cupcake recipes? Or D, the biography of the great Windsor Cornwall beans? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go back down and talk to KAB8MO and make sure his trivia answers want to stay the same. Andy, take it away.
AB8MO returning. Hey, thank you for the reread. You know what? That WAG was pretty good. I think I better stick with double A. Back to you, AB8MO.
All right, thank you, sir. We have your answers down for Alpha and Alpha. We're back on the bottom of our list here, so anybody that wants to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our net control team. K8VZA, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. Not a whole lot going on here. Got a lot of yard work done out there. Trimmed some bushes that were long overdue to be trimmed. And trimming them is only half of the battle. The other half is cleaning up all the trimmings. So did that, and actually still have a little bit more to go in the backyard, and then I've got to do the ones in the front yard. I started in the back because they were the worst by far. So anyway, if you know anything about forsythia bushes or rose of Sharon, they both grow very, very quickly. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I've had a good weekend. Little R&R, ran some errands, and the yard work. So let's see. Trivia, I'm going to abstain from the main, obviously, and I'm going to answer Charlie for the alternate trivia. Cupcake recipe. Sounds yummy. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Yeah, those forsythia bushes. We had one. We neglected it for a few years, and it grew. It was right next to the garage door, in front of the garage, and it grew literally over halfway across the driveway and the garage door, and I was finally tired of it. And this summer I went out, I took my hedge trimmers, which were crappy little cheap hedge trimmers I bought years ago, and I started going to town on it and realized they were not powerful enough for that bush anymore, so I went to Home Depot and bought a much more powerful cordless hedge trimmer that could cut through like a 1-inch stick, and made short work of one side of that bush, but left the other side intact. And then here, once all the leaves come off and things start to get cold, I'm going to chop that thing down to a nub and let it regrow again, because it needs I don't want to kill it, I actually like the bush where it's at. It just needs to get down to next to nothing. But so I understand that that pain you've got there, sir, and yeah, good luck with that. Okay, our next station here is KD8 EPC. Dustin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KD8 QKO and the Beacon Net. This is KD8 EPC. Well, good evening, Nick. I don't have a whole lot for you. The Browns lost, totally blew it. Indians lost, Guardians lost. So, yeah, Cleveland's just a bunch of losers today. As far as trivia goes, give me Alpha for the first one, Charlie for the second one. I don't have much else. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. 73 and have a great evening, KD8 EPC. Back to net control.
Say it isn't so, Dustin. You mean the Cleveland team's lost? That's crazy. I never would have thought that would happen. Anyway, have a good night, sir. Sleep well, and we will talk to you again in the future. And next we have KD8 SLG. Just Nick. How you doing, Nick? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KD8 QKO, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon Netizens. I'm going to go with Rev Kev and go Delta Delta tonight. Not a whole lot to report. Still kind of excited about watching Michigan lose to Texas yesterday. It's the highlight of my day. Everyone have a great week. We'll talk to you next time. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Got your answers down for Delta and Delta. You know, the only way that'd be better is if it was Penn losing to Texas. But anyway, hey, could you do me a favor? If you have a script for the ClubNet, could you email that to me? I don't have one. Anyway, I appreciate it. And with that, I will move on with two stations here in and out. That's W8HRF and K8YUK. And then we go down to KI5DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KI5DAY in the net. Yeah, man. I'm tired as the dickens. I had a friend once in the Air Force that was falling asleep in a class that we were taking at college. And, outside the base, the Air Force base there, we were taking these classes out of this local college. And my buddy Arnold, we were in a music appreciation class, and I appreciated the class being a musician, and it was mostly about things that involved musical history and classical movements and music and blah, blah, blah. Well, he got pretty sleepy, this guy named Arnold, and was about to pass out. He said, man, I'd pay $10 for 5 minutes of sleep. So I kind of feel that tonight. I'm pretty tired. I had a very short sleep last night, but we'll get to bed eventually. All is good, man. It's been a good weekend. I've enjoyed it. Back to the Big W tomorrow, but we'll get through it. And the weather was really nice over this weekend. It's going to warm up again a little bit this week, but nowhere near the high levels that we had before with the high humidity. Days are getting shorter, nights are getting cooler, so I'm all about that. Man, I'm just tired as a dickens, like I said, and just sitting here chilling like a villain at the moment, and whenever we're ready, I will come back and read the alternate trivia answer. KI5DAY. Oh, and for the main trivia, my answer was going to be, I forgot which one it was, the 23 watts, I believe it was. I'll go with that one, whichever one that is. KI5DAY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Alan. Got your answer down for Alpha. Yeah, days are getting shorter. It's getting into yell at the family for the bathroom light season. The bathroom light shines right onto where I lay in my bed, so whenever somebody goes into the bathroom and flicks that light on, if I'm laying in bed sleeping, it shines right into my face, wakes me up, and I start yelling. All they have to do is shut the darn door before they turn the light on, and then everybody's happy. Well, specifically me, which in turn ends up being everybody, because I get mad when the light shines up and wakes me up. Anyway, so I understand it's that time of year, but I take it. It is what it is. It happens all the time, every year with the family in the house, and that's how life goes. Okay, I'm going to identify real quick. This is K8QKO with a WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And I'll give my comments. My answers for the trivia are going to be Bravo and Alpha. Thrown some comments out throughout the net, so there's not usually a lot for me to add at this point. But yeah, I got some yard work done this weekend. Had a tree that fell down in a storm, I don't know, about 3 weeks or so ago, 4 weeks ago, I don't remember. Been hanging over above my fence for a while, and I finally pulled that thing down and chopped it up, and I have a big old fire pit ready to get disposed of when I have an evening free. That's that's where I'm at. So, we also, at the bottom of our list here, we've talked to everybody, including our net control team, and we're going to do another round of check-ins. Anyone out there who would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's get the answers for our trivia. Let's go up and talk to K8VZA Eric. How you doing, sir? And what's the answer for the main trivia question this evening?
KEAQKO in the group. This is KEAVZA back with the answer for the main trivia. So the radio transmitters, Phil WV3K kind of alluded to the fact that they don't use solar panels because they're too far from the sun, and so the radios would have to use very little power. And so the answer is alpha, 23 watts. 23 watts, alpha. So they accomplish effective communications by using antenna dishes on either end. On the Voyager craft, both Voyager craft, they have a dish that's about 14 feet in diameter, and on Earth, the dish they use to receive and transmit back to Voyager is about 112 feet in diameter. They use frequencies in the 8 gigahertz range, so their transmissions are without a lot of interference there. And what else? The interesting thing is when Earth transmits back, they use extremely high power, tens of thousands of watts, just to be doubly sure that the transmission makes it to the spacecraft. And I did read something about the power source on the spacecraft is something which resembles basically a mini reactor or something, a mini reactive energy source of some sort. I didn't quite catch that, but anyway, 23 watts output power. KE8VZA, back to net control.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Eric. I thought that at first, but then I was like, no. Something in my head saying around the 60-watt range, so I went with that. But fine trivia question, always appreciate it. Let's go on and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the answer for the alternate question.
KI5DAY, and the answer to the alternate trivia. My goodness, yeah, the British Secret Intelligence Service did manage to hack into an Al-Qaeda website because they were trying to create this magazine. It was a 67-page magazine for internet download only, so basically anybody with internet could have downloaded and had some encrypted messages in it and stuff, but it also had some some easy instructions on how to make pipe bombs and stuff for anybody that was wanting to download it. Well, the Americans and the Brits primarily got into the website, hacked it, decided it would be fun to interrupt their transmission of that so they couldn't publicize it. I guess it was back in 2011 when this happened. And believe it or not, the answer was not a publication about pine martens, which are a weasel-like mammal, but yeah, it was cupcakes. They actually replaced their bomb-making technique magazines and other stuff that they posted in there that was all like praising Al-Qaeda's stuff that they did and Bin Laden and all that jazz. But what they were replacing it with was cupcake recipes for sure. So everybody got a surprise when they opened it up and found that they could figure out how to make some cupcakes. And the cupcake recipes are something that came off of the Ellen DeGeneres show. It's bad enough that it's cupcakes, but it's also Ellen DeGeneres, Lord forbid. But with all that, myself and Larry the Rubber Chicken say 73 KI5DAY. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another fine trivia question there. I might have chosen a different recipe if I was going to put one out there, but it would have been a lot more offensive. Anyway, thank you, sir. I always appreciate you checking in and giving us your coming in with your alternate question. And this is K8QKO, the WWQR repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We've gone through our BeaconNet check-ins. We've talked to our net control team. We got the answers for our trivia. So we're going to do one more, and I say again, one more round of check-ins or rechecks for the BeaconNet. So if you would like to check in or recheck with the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra VY1M GS. Michael in Yukon, Canada. Camping. Greetings, BeaconNet.
All right, VY1 MGS. Michael, go ahead and take it away, sir.
VY1 MGS returning well. Thanks for taking my check-in. Thanks for being there. Chiming in a bit late to the net here. Wife and I were boating on somewhere we've never been before on the boat. It turned out to be a very nice day. Got back a bit late, but things are great. Making a fire, and I'm cooking some bacon. Gonna make my wife's warming up some soup. I think I'm gonna make some quesadillas here. So bacon, cheese, onion, green onion, mushroom, nice mushroom found in the forest. It's a good one. We're lucky up here. There's not that many poisonous mushrooms. Not that serious poisonous, but definitely easy to spot the good ones. So, nice white mushroom. And that was great questions for the net there. Yeah, they're very interesting. Like the Voyager, didn't realize such a low wattage there. That's amazing. And it's interesting, the asymmetrical power thing there. Blast them with power, make sure they get it. But I guess that makes a lot of sense. It's very interesting. And we'll see what that Al-Qaeda hack thing, that's pretty funny too. Make cupcakes, not terrorism. No, that's all I got for now. Here, a little bit of bacon. A little sizzle on my signal. Back to you. Have a great day, everyone, from Victor Yankee 1 back. Victor Yankee 1 Mike Golf here. Back to Dustin and Nick and everyone on the BeaconNet. 73.
All right, thank you, Mike. That sounds fantastic. The bacon sizzling in the background as you're sitting in the woods, talking on your radio, checking into the BeaconNet. I'm envious. Sounds fantastic, and yeah, appreciate you checking in there and have a great time with your wife on your boating adventure. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for us tonight. So, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8BZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, KF5DAY, W8HRF, and K8YUK. I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us in the next edition of BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
W8WKY.